So we're back at the Slade, and we've got two more students who are going to ask why they're occupying this space and what are they doing with the space. So you two, why are you here and what are you doing?
Can I go ahead?
We're here to protest against the government's proposed cuts in arts, in education funding, full stop, and specifically to the arts and humanities, 100% cut funding, yeah.
Yeah, there's a 100% cut in arts and humanities, and we feel that has been completely sidetracked on the news. It hasn't been mentioned. I mean, the fees are mentioned, but not the actual.
So, I don't understand, 100% cuts, so there's no funding from the government for arts and humanities?
Yes. Essentially, it's all funded by from the students.
Yeah, so I mean, the Slade is kind of a protected art college because it's part of UCL, but the real bad news for our other art colleges is that without the funding that UCL might get for government funding for the sciences and other courses that they have here, only arts colleges that only do arts courses will have absolutely no public funding. They'll rely on the fees students pay, which means to supplement the cut in funding, the fees will have to rise, and the quality of teaching, the numbers of students will go up, the number of lecturers will go down, and the quality of education will.
So, why do you think the government is doing this? It just doesn't seem to make much sense.
The whole of Europe and the whole of the world, the Western world, is in an economic crisis, and the obvious solution is to cut money from where you feel you don't need to pay. Essentially, you hold on to the bits where you think are the most important in society, which you keep funding, and all that is unnecessary you cut. And we feel that, education and arts and humanities in specific are put in this category of the unnecessary, or it could be reduced to a function of sort of a hobbyist. So if you can afford it, or if you feel it's worth £9,000 a year, or however much each college chooses to charge students, then you'll do it. Otherwise, you'll choose a course that will pay you more, get your job a more high-paid job.
I might disagree slightly with that. I think the current economic climate is being used as a smokescreen to introduce much more ideological based what are they called, reforms to the nature of the government in the public realm. At the moment, this university is publicly funded. We consider it a public space. This is one of the reasons why we feel we have a right to be here. We have a right of expression, and we have a right to assemble in this place, to debate and to create our work.
And I think it is very unique in this occupation. It's not like any other I've encountered. Not that I have encountered many, but we have no guards on the door. Everybody's free to come in and go out. Work goes on as usual in college. Staff is completely supportive. The only real problem is management that views us somehow as a branch of the other already existing occupation in the campus, and they don't want them to continue expanding, which is why we have a legal notice today. Impending hearing tomorrow.
They vaguely view us as a risk.
A risk. The word risk is mentioned.
But surely you are a risk. You're a risk to these terrible changes that are being pushed through.
The thing is that we feel that the university is taking a very sly almost position against those cuts. Weak, yeah. We want them to go out and publicly condemn what is happening, and the complete destruction of the structure, the symbolic notion of education in this country is terrible.
Okay, so there's a lot of art colleges around the UK. Do you think any of those are going to go into occupation, or do you think this could spread?
I definitely think it could spread.
We have a lot of email support and suggestions.
we have a huge support from art students in London, I think also in the UK, are following Twitter, Facebook, our WordPress blog.
All of them, all of the blogs.
All the blogs.
Utilising that. Go ahead.
One of the key intents for us taking this occupation from UCL to the Slade was a symbolic occupation to be the first art college. I think Newcastle Art Department have also occupied, but to be the first art college in London anyway to spur on and give confidence to other art colleges.
And I think it has worked brilliantly.
I think yeah.
We've actually been invited by 2 different colleges, a small delegation of us, to give advice on potential occupation, which I don't think we're able to do because we're just involved in legal activities on our 3rd day. But
I recommend anyone who wants to occupy go to the UCL occupation team.
Okay, they seem to be pretty competent over there. So if people want to find out more about you guys or get involved, how would you suggest they do that?
Facebook, use Slade Occupation on Facebook.
I think our Tumblr is the most efficient way.
Tumblr, so do you know that?
It's a Slade If you put Slade Occupation in Google, you just get a whole bunch of stuff. We try to do everything that's out there.
WordPress, Tumblr,
Twitter, we even have Twitter.
Facebook, just go Slade Occupation and support.
Fantastic. Well, the arts are important, so if you're an artist or an art student, get involved and support a local occupation in your region. Send these guys an email, and everyone talk to each other. Okay. Coming up next on Vision on TV, something completely different.